It is our job to make the driver app easier, safer, and fairer. And all the products that we will talk about today came from your feedback.
Let's talk about, Uber being desperate. They were desperate for acceptance rate, so they always got to remind you acceptance rate or, advantage standard, and now Uber Pro Perk and 9 million things that you got to do in order to get platinum, and all these things. But they're desperate for teen riders. They need
they are.
teen drivers. They need them. So good job, drivers. You're turning off teen trips, and clearly it's working.
Clearly it's working. But then, was it last week that we showed 2 screenshots that on one of them, there was like a discrepancy, right, in between what they said and what they were showing in the app with the email, and there was a communication problem. Remember that one? That one we talked about last week.
But that's Uber Leagues. That's about taking trips. That's not about teens.
No, I know. But okay, so pay attention to the screenshot on the left, folks, and Chris. What does it say there, Chris? What's the bonus there?
Teen trips, a new way to earn extra. As of 4/8/26 for a limited time, a $2 surcharge will apply to all teen trips in Orlando, and 100% of that surcharge will go.
This is the same driver. This is the same driver. Look at the right screenshot now.
Now your inbox, teen surcharge, earn an extra $5. Well, you know what though? That could be that they think of it where they have different bonus times. You might have a bonus at 1 hour, like 1 hour, and then the second hour it might be a little higher, and then it goes back to the normal bonus. So it could just be that during that time they have an increased where it's saying $5. So if you actually went into that and saw, I mean, if you selected that teen surcharge or an extra $5 and see what it says, if it goes back and it opens up that email on the left and it says earn a $2 surcharge, clearly something's wrong there. But yeah.
Well, if you do a teen trip and then they give you only 2 instead of 5, and you go to support and say, "Hey, man, you said 5." I go, "No, we sent you an email. It said 2." Now, good luck getting that $3 difference for you guys. I don't think I will never do teen trips ever.
Well, here's the thing. Here's the thing. You're not really getting $2 or $5 extra. Let's be real. We know that. Yeah. They're just rolling part of that $2 or $5 into the base fare anyways. So then that way it looks like you're getting a $2 or $5 extra, but in reality, you're not really making that much. Maybe in the $2 one, you're not even making anything more. You're just pretending it. It feels nice because it's like, ooh, a little $2 surcharge. No, probably not. Sorry. So
yeah, well,
just watch out. Either way, good job, drivers.
Yeah. Well, it seems like there's demand and there's not enough drivers doing teen. So I thought, what are the odds that the opt-in out button goes away now? Very likely now.
I don't know. I think the whole point was that you could opt in and out because it's how it's worked. But the other side of the coin is if an Uber teen ride comes in, you don't have to accept it. You can just let it ride through. Well, so whether it's opted or not,
I'm putting money on it that it's going to disappear shortly. If this continues, that not enough riders are doing it, obviously they have demand. So the number of parents who toss their kids into an Uber on a rainy day, first thing in the morning for a ride to school is nuts. You want to turn them down, but yeah, well, you want to turn them down. If they're not teen trips, you must turn them down. You must leave them in the rain right there.
Yeah, exactly. So watch the kid cry in the rain. It's okay. It'll build some character. Back in my day, there was 3 feet of snow on the ground and we'd still walk to school. We had to walk to school and then walk back from school.
Yeah. Well, I
come on.
Yeah. I mean, look, this is a huge market for Uber and Lyft. Lyft just started it too, as you know, right? Lyft teen. And, part of our investigation into the driver fake accounts that is continuing, and you guys stay tuned for that one. It's going to be a good one. Is about that. They get on the system with no paperwork. You're a teenager. You're dumb enough to put your teenager in an Uber car. Like,
nope.
It's just not going to happen. Yeah, I
With
would never do it. I would do it.
they're highly rated drivers. Highly
Vetted,
rated.
vetted,
Highly
and
rated
highly
and
rated.
vetted drivers. They're double vetted.
Double vetted. They're double nothing. If only the consumer knew.
Yeah.
Well, they are now.
Well, you know what? Here's the thing. Let the kids stand out in the rain. It's not your problem. It's the parents' problem for their poor planning. Maybe they should use the school bus. And, you know, I mean, it shouldn't be on you as the driver to worry about somebody else's kid. It's not your problem. It's the parents' problem. I understand parents have to work. Trust me, I know. I have three. I have three of the little monsters running around. I love them so dearly, but you know, my wife and I make time, and you know, if we can't do something, we make sure somebody else is able to. So, you know, it's somebody who's trusted member of the family or whatnot. But I mean, you got to use a little thought process when it comes down to it. You can't just be like, "Oh, little Susie and Johnny have to get to band practice one time at band camp."
What did your parents tell you when you were little? Don't get
Don't come home until don't get into a car with a stranger. Don't come home until the lights come on.
Yeah, that's one because we used to play soccer, but don't get in a car with a stranger, son.
Yep,
even if
that
they
one
offer
still
you
applies.
candy. What is rideshare? Rideshare is exactly that. We're getting in a car with a stranger. Both sides.
Hey, Sergio, a stranger is only a friend you haven't met yet.
Or your final breath. So like, yeah, I'm against teens. So, but we'll see.
Same.
We'll see what happens.
Same.
So if you guys are doing teen trips, knock yourselves out. But make sure you get your 5 instead of the 2. 5 instead of the 2. Make it worthwhile at least.
Yep. Or don't do it. Hey, if you want to, let us know. Are you getting $5 or are you getting $2? Let us know.
Exactly.
Or was that $5 for a specific time? Because sometimes they do that. Sometimes like 1 or 2 hours, it'll be a little higher than not. So
you know, bait and switch is well known in the industry. So you know, and if you do a trip and they only give you 2, send me the screenshot, but don't ask me to help you because I have no power on any of that shit. So do it at your own risk.
Yep. All right. Thanks for watching. That short little clip was from our live stream, Show Me the Money Club with Sergio and myself, Tuesdays, 6 p.m. Eastern, 3 p.m. Pacific. Make sure you subscribe, turn on all notifications so you'll be notified when we go live, as well as all of our awesome content. Make sure to check out this video right here, which will take you to the entire live stream, or check out this video right there. All right, drive smart, everyone.